We have a little more than a week left in Galactic Battle. What are your guys' thoughts on this season? Some responses may be used in a future video. Eyes emoji.
Spam meta. No bullets make it awful. I get they are blasters, but just bring back energy cells. Also needed more unique movement.
Fun season, but I ducking hate AI Vader.
Too short. Battle Pass too short. I need more skins. Oh!
Top 10 worst seasons of all time. And before someone say, this season is for Star Wars fans, I am a Star Wars fan.
It's good, full of crybabies.
Darth Vader, funny
Peak
swear.
season. Meh, just meh. Only week 1 was good.
I think it's meh, but great for Star Wars fans.
Gave me depression 0 out of 10.
Fortnite, we need to talk.
Say that again?
I think that Fortnite has had a problem ever since Wrecked, where its community as a whole is extremely divided. Obviously, right now, it's not as bad as it was in Chapter 5 Season 3, the season with gang wars between quote-unquote casuals and sweats, but it's definitely getting close to that point. Like any season, you have people who like it and think it's great, and the people who just flat out hate it. But that negative voice has grown to such a point that it feels like there might be a full-on war in the community at any given time. So let's talk about some of the discourse that's been going on during the Star Wars season. But before we get to that, I just want to make one thing clear right now. This is not a season review. This is just a video on some of my rough thoughts on the season so far and the community's opinion on this season, and also how reception of this season has been extremely divisive. I'll also be debunking a few arguments being used by certain individuals to say, this season's making Fortnite die. Because let's be honest here, this game has made it through Primal and Wilds. It's not dying because of a Disney mandated collaboration season. Anyways, just make sure to like the video and subscribe or...
I have to break your neck. It's just the way it is. I'm just a messenger.
Also use code EXTRATRAS in the Fortnite item shop. Well, let's just get started here.
It's your burger.
No, it's not.
Stop being weird and eat the burger, please.
I don't want to.
Eat the burger.
I don't want to eat it, Bobby.
Eat it!
I don't want to eat it!
Eat the burger!
I'll take a bite. Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want, you sick bastard?
Yes!
As mentioned at the start of this video, the main consensus of the loudest part of this community is that this season is really bad. Going back to that post I showed at the beginning of the video, you had responses like, I ducking hate this season, can't wait until it's over, longest month ever, and we are on the lowest point right now. One longer response here says, this is the most uninterested I've ever been in a season. The guns all look the same, the new Star Wars characters they brought in don't really move me, and everything just feels so dry. This is coming from someone that plays a crap ton of Fortnite. I barely played this month. Another longer response says, I personally think the majority of the content is lacking. The guns are all reskins, the sabers are recycled, which only leaves the map changes and grenades. I feel like this could have been a mini pass, which is essentially what it should have been. So you definitely have a lot of people who dislike this season, whether it be due to the reused content or even guns that feel way too similar to each other. You also have people who have a more neutral perspective of this season. One neutral response says, I think the season's concept wasn't bad, but the execution wasn't great. The weapons feel off, the sounds are too soft, and it's hard to tell where you're getting shot from. Vehicles aren't super OP, so they're easy to deal with, which is good. I just wish the map changes were more centralized so POIs would be in later zones. Since they're all in the corners, the whole mid-game ends up being just running around looking for players. I'm really not enjoying this season, especially since I'm not a Star Wars fan. Can't wait for the event though. One thing they mentioned at the end is I'm not a Star Wars fan. I think that for the most part, people who enjoy this season would be people who also enjoy Star Wars as a franchise. And let's be honest here, that isn't everyone. And finally, you also have people who like this season, with responses like, cinema, the battle pass and item shop skins are questionable, but gameplay itself is fire, and it's some of the most fun I've had since Remix. One positive response says, love every bit of it, and I've been having a blast playing with friends. Weapons being blasters is so awesome and makes it actually feel like Star Wars instead of just wearing an IP skin and doing nothing that IP is famous for like a lot of collabs are, purely due to the nature of Fortnite mechanics. In my opinion, the best collabs always have gameplay features, and that's what makes them great radar to me, hence why I love this season so much. So based on all the responses I outlined, despite the louder voices in the community being against this season, I think the reception of it is pretty much split straight down the middle, which is honestly expected in seasons like these. With a collaboration season, not everyone is going to be interested in the IP it's focused on, which is why when they are made by Fortnite, I believe that they should go with more recognizable and broader IPs. That's why Marvel made so much sense, as when that original Marvel season came out in Chapter 2 Season 4, Marvel had ruled over the past 10 years of pop culture. But that's enough of the community's thoughts. What are my thoughts on this season?
I'm going to jump! No! Do a flip!
If I'm being 100% honest here, in terms of my opinion on this season, I definitely fall into the neutral crowd, but I kinda also lean into the negative side. Let me explain. Firstly, I'm sort of a Star Wars fan myself. I do like some of the things this IP has to offer. Mainly the Clone Wars. But even despite my neutral negative opinion of this season, there are things that I do like about it. The main mobility item, the lightsaber, isn't overpowered, a departure from the Typhoon Blade and Kneecapper, which is a very good thing. I also really like the Force powers as well. The Palpatine one is my favorite. I love the Force lightning, it's just so cool. And I say unlimited power every single time I use it. Slap Juice was also a fantastic thing to return for this season. The jetpacks are also great. I'm glad they brought back the War Machine jetpacks, and I think it's great that they don't have the boosts because that was pretty powerful in that second Marvel season. The IQA is a great sniper, and the DC-15 is still great, and the shotguns this season are probably the best we've had this entire chapter, and the Jawa Scatter Blaster is definitely my favorite. The X-Wings and TIE Fighters are also fine in my opinion. I've been able to easily take them down, and using them is also pretty fun. The new POIs are also great. Outpost Enclave, Resistance Base, and First Order Base are all really cool new locations that look beautiful and have awesome Star Wars theming. And lastly, I do think the Battle Pass overall is pretty good. Happy we got Palpatine and Grievous as skins finally. The Oscar Isaac skin is also cool, and I really like the Eevee mashup, and I've even grown to like Wookiee Team Leader. I'm sorry, okay? I like the Cuddle Team Leader skins. But that's really where the things I like end. The gameplay, like the raw gameplay of the season, is the best thing in it, but everything after that is kinda underwhelming, I guess. This is a Star Wars season. Fortnite should have gone all out for it, especially since they also do a May 4th event every single year for the past few years now. And I don't know about you, but reskinning and reusing things already in the game is not going all out. Taking Shogun Solitude and adding 5 Star Wars props is not going all out. And speaking of the POIs, they put all the POIs in the 4 corners of the map. And yes, I know Chapter 2 Season 2 did this, but at least they put a new POI in the center to tie it all together, which this season didn't do. The one thing that upsets me the most about this season is the skin choices for the item shop. Mace Windu is really cool and all, and I'm glad we got him, but Jar Jar got not 1, but 2 skins, which were sold separately. I like Jar Jar Binks, I really do. But do general audiences like Jar Jar enough to buy him twice? And don't even get me started on the XP shop. All of those cosmetics should have been included with the regular Jar Jar, and Darth Jar Jar should have been a style. During this season, we could have really gotten more popular characters like Captain Rex and Cad Bane. Hell, Commander Cody has a model in-game right now with Palpatine's backbling, but instead we got another Rey skin. We could have had Dooku, we could have had Commander Cody, we could have had anything else, but we get a new Rey skin with a Sith Rey style instead. And mind you, Sith Rey had seconds of screen time in episode 9. Burn this game to the ground! But even though I'm more so meh on this season, there is one big argument that people shouldn't be using against this season: the player count. It's about 1 million players, which is about half of what it was this time last year. However, I think the player boost that Fortnite got because of OG needs to be taken into account. So if we go to this time 2 chapters ago in chapter 4, the player counts are identical. Sure, it's not going up at all from that time, but I think there are a few reasons for that. The first, in America right now, people are at the end of the school year and many have final exams. games, so not that much time to play Fortnite. But I think the main reason is this. People just aren't interested in Star Wars and Fortnite. Sure, the season alongside Andor Season 2 revived Battlefront 2, but that's just a core devoted Star Wars audience. This season, in my opinion, should have been at earliest at this time next year. Star Wars is not as significant as it was a few years ago right now. Hell, there hasn't even been a movie in the theaters for years. And the last one was the Somehow Palpatine Returned movie. This time next year, we have the new Mandalorian movie, and if Star Wars at least had a new movie out, a Fortnite season could have made a ton more sense to give it at least some promotion. But compared to something like Marvel, DC, or hell, even One Piece or Dragon Ball, Star Wars doesn't really come close to that at the moment. But that's just my opinion. Season 3, please be peak. But in all, you can definitely see that the reception to this Star Wars season is extremely mixed. And at the moment, no one is truly happy with the game. While there are some good aspects of the season, I think its faults just weigh it down as a whole. But I believe in looking at the good side of things. This season has probably given Epic invaluable feedback in how to do mini seasons like this in the future. So I see this as an absolute win. But what do you guys think about the Star Wars season? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully, Fortnite learns from the Star Wars season and is able to make changes to future mini seasons like The Simpsons. Yeah, we're cooked. Like and subscribe and use code EXTRAS in the Fortnite item shop. See ya.
I want your money, I'm strapped for cash. I need your money too lazy to get a job. Give me your money, I'm not being funny. Give me your money today.
This is a brilliant work of satire.